Men over 60, are you losing energy, strength, and vitality without knowing why? Science reveals that 3 essential vitamins can restore your energy, performance, and sexual confidence after 60. Discover how these simple nutrients can help men over 60 regain natural erections, boost testosterone, and feel alive again. Many men over 60 find themselves losing energy, strength, and intimacy without fully understanding why. While these struggles are often accepted as normal aging, science reveals a more hopeful truth. For many men, the body is not failing. Instead, it is lacking 3 essential vitamins that directly affect energy, circulation, and hormonal balance. Dr. Mohit Kara, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience, has spent decades helping men over 60 regain their vitality and confidence. According to his findings, most men still have the desire for intimacy but struggle because of reduced circulation, declining stamina, and hormonal imbalances. The solution, Dr. Kara emphasizes, does not begin in the pharmacy. It starts with nutrition, specifically through 3 key vitamins that play a critical role in restoring male vitality after 60. What follows is a detailed look at these vitamins, how they work together, and the common mistakes men make when trying to correct deficiencies on their own. Vitamin D, the circulation spark plug. The first vitamin at the center of this process is vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin because of its connection to natural sunlight exposure. As men age, their bodies become far less efficient at producing adequate levels of vitamin D. This natural decline plays a much bigger role than most people realize, quietly contributing to weakened circulation, diminishing energy reserves, and declining sexual performance that many men experience after 60. Dr. Kara frequently shares the story of one of his patients, Paul, a 67-year-old man who visited him carrying deep frustration and quiet sadness over his fading intimacy with his wife. Although Paul still had strong desire and emotional closeness with his partner, his body was no longer cooperating the way it once had. Despite his efforts to stay healthy and active, he found himself struggling with an issue that many men quietly endure but rarely speak about. In Paul's case, as in so many others, the underlying issue was not simply aging itself, but rather a significant deficiency in vitamin D. For years, most people have primarily associated vitamin D with maintaining strong bones and the importance of getting enough sunlight. But its role extends far beyond bone health, especially for men over 60. Vitamin D directly influences how blood vessels function. It allows blood vessels to relax and expand, enabling oxygen-rich blood to move smoothly throughout the entire body. This circulation is critical not only for heart health, but also for maintaining muscle strength, brain function, and, importantly, sexual performance. When vitamin D levels drop too low, nitric oxide production also declines. Nitric oxide is essential for keeping blood vessels open and allowing blood to flow freely. When blood flow weakens, sexual function suffers, physical stamina diminishes, and even mental clarity and confidence begin to fade. What makes this problem even more concerning is how common vitamin D deficiency is among older adults. In fact, more than 40% of people over 60 are deficient in vitamin D without even realizing it. This includes men who exercise regularly, eat nutritious meals, and try to maintain healthy lifestyles. Yet many of these men still find themselves asking why they no longer feel vibrant, energetic, or mentally sharp. Much of the answer lies in how much vitamin D impacts the body's ability to produce nitric oxide, which directly fuels healthy circulation. The encouraging news is that correcting vitamin D deficiency is often very simple and highly effective. As little as 15 to 20 minutes of direct morning sunlight on the skin can naturally stimulate vitamin D production. For those who live in areas with limited sun exposure, or during winter months, dietary sources like salmon, tuna, egg yolks, fortified dairy products, and high-quality vitamin D3 supplements provide excellent ways to replenish this essential nutrient. Dr. Kara has seen numerous men, just like Paul, experience remarkable turnarounds in their energy levels, confidence, and intimate relationships simply by restoring healthy vitamin D levels. These improvements are not based on speculation, but on well-established biological processes that govern circulation, stamina, and overall vitality. Yet, while vitamin D plays a crucial role, it represents only one piece of the larger puzzle. Even with circulation improving, the body still needs the right fuel to maintain that energy consistently throughout the day. That vital source of energy comes from the next key nutrient, vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, the energy generator. Vitamin B12 plays a vital and irreplaceable role in energy production for men over 60. Without sufficient levels of this essential nutrient, even men who seem physically strong can feel persistently exhausted, both mentally and physically. Dr. Kara often recalls one of his patients, Robert, a 72-year-old retired firefighter. On the outside, Robert still looked like the strong, capable man he had always been. But beneath that appearance, he was battling constant fatigue that deeply affected his daily life. Despite following what most would consider a healthy routine, getting plenty of sleep, eating balanced meals, and staying moderately active, Robert constantly felt drained. His mind was clouded by mental fog, his body felt heavy and slow, and he found himself emotionally distant from his wife. It was not a lack of will or motivation. Something deeper was silently draining his vitality. Like many men in their 60s and 70s, Robert was suffering from an undiagnosed vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 is absolutely critical for transforming the food we eat into usable cellular energy. It plays a key role in metabolic processes that fuel muscles, organs, and the brain. Without enough B12, even a perfect diet and full night's rest cannot provide the energy the body needs. Instead, the entire system struggles, running inefficiently and leaving men feeling chronically tired no matter how much they try to rest or eat well. In addition to its energy-producing role, vitamin B12 is also responsible for the healthy formation of red blood cells. These cells carry oxygen throughout the entire body, delivering it to muscles, tissues, vital organs, and sexual organs. When red blood cell production slows due to B12 deficiency, oxygen delivery becomes compromised. This reduction leads to fading physical stamina, loss of mental sharpness, and a persistent feeling of overall fatigue that many men struggle to explain. What complicates the problem even more is that as men age, their ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food naturally declines. Even diets rich in meats, eggs, and dairy, traditionally known for their B12 content, may no longer supply adequate levels as the digestive system becomes less efficient at extracting and processing the vitamin. As a result, many men over 60 feel ongoing exhaustion and brain fog, even when their lab work may appear perfectly normal. This makes vitamin B12 deficiency one of the most commonly overlooked causes of fatigue in older adults. The encouraging news is that the solution is often simple, effective, and accessible. High-quality vitamin B12 supplements containing methylcobalamin, the most bioavailable, active form, allow the body to easily absorb and use the nutrient. In some cases, doctor-administered B12 injections can provide even quicker improvements, especially for men with severe deficiencies. Once vitamin B12 levels are replenished, many men experience noticeable improvements in both mental clarity and physical energy within just a few weeks. Dr. Kara has witnessed countless men who were once limited by fatigue return to active, fulfilling lives. They regain the ability to fully engage with their families, pursue hobbies, enjoy meaningful relationships, and participate in the activities that once brought them joy. The restoration of energy through proper B12 supplementation becomes a turning point, helping these men feel fully alive again, often in ways they had not experienced for years. While regaining energy is a crucial part of restoring vitality, there is still one final piece of the puzzle remaining. In addition to energy and circulation, the body also requires protection for the cardiovascular system and hormonal balance. That is where the third essential nutrient, vitamin E, comes into play. Vitamin E, the fertility defender. Vitamin E offers far more benefits than its common association with skincare or basic fertility support. According to Dr. Kara, it stands among the most powerful natural antioxidants available, playing a crucial role in protecting blood vessels, reproductive organs, and overall hormonal health, especially as men age into their 60s and beyond. James, a 70-year-old retired pilot, serves as a clear example of the hidden challenges many aging men quietly endure. Despite living an impressively disciplined lifestyle, exercising regularly, maintaining a healthy diet, and consistently caring for his body, James began noticing subtle but steady changes. His physical drive was diminishing. His ability to recover from exertion was slowing. And perhaps most troubling for him, his inner sense of masculine confidence seemed to be quietly slipping away, even though he was doing everything he believed was right. When James finally sat down with Dr. Kara, the missing piece became clear: vitamin E. The process that had been undermining James's well-being was not something obvious or dramatic. It was the quiet accumulation of oxidative stress and chronic low-grade inflammation, which silently erode the body's internal systems over time. These invisible forces damage the delicate lining of blood vessels, disrupt hormone balance, and slowly weaken the reproductive organs that define much of male vitality. Left unchecked, this gradual damage leads to weaker circulation, declining testosterone production, and an overall reduction in energy and sexual performance. While the emotional and physical desire may still remain strong, without healthy blood vessels and stable hormones, sexual function inevitably declines. Vitamin E plays a key role in protecting against this slow, silent damage. It helps maintain the elasticity and flexibility of blood vessels, ensuring steady blood flow throughout the body. This is particularly vital for sexual health, as erections depend entirely on strong circulation. Even with sufficient desire, without open and responsive blood vessels, the physical response can become inconsistent or disappear altogether. Beyond circulation, vitamin E also supports the body's natural testosterone production, which becomes increasingly critical as men grow older. Testosterone not only influences sexual function, but directly affects emotional well-being, motivation, mental clarity, and a man's sense of identity and purpose. Men with declining testosterone often report losing their emotional connection with their partners, experiencing lower ambition, and feeling disconnected from the very aspects of life that once brought them fulfillment. Fortunately, replenishing vitamin E levels is both simple and entirely natural. Common foods such as almonds, sunflower seeds, extra virgin olive oil, spinach, and Swiss chard serve as excellent dietary sources. Yet for many men, diet alone may not be sufficient to fully restore optimal vitamin E levels, especially if years of slow decline have already taken a toll. In these cases, high-quality vitamin E supplements, which include the full spectrum of tocopherols and tocotrienols, can provide the complete antioxidant protection the body needs to properly regulate hormone production and protect vascular function. Dr. Kara has seen countless patients like James return to his office after several months of consistent vitamin E supplementation. The changes are often remarkable. Men who once felt themselves fading experience renewed energy, mental sharpness, and a deep reconnection not only with their physical health, but with their emotional lives and intimate relationships. They often describe feeling like stronger, more balanced versions of themselves, not younger in years, but deeply restored in spirit and vitality. The power of combining all three vitamins. While each of these vitamins offers valuable benefits on its own, Dr. Kara emphasizes that their true potential is unlocked when they are combined together. Years ago, he treated a patient named Walter, a 68-year-old retired high school coach who had always prided himself on staying active, sharp, and disciplined. Over time, Walter began incorporating vitamin D, B12, and E into his daily routine. But it was not until he committed to taking all three consistently that he experienced the profound transformation that changed his life. Walter vividly described the feeling to Dr. Kara, saying it was as if someone had installed a brand new engine inside his body. His energy surged, his mind felt sharper, and his physical performance returned to levels he had not felt in years. This, Dr. Kara explains, is the true power of synergy. When combined, these vitamins do not simply work independently. They amplify one another's effects, producing results far greater than when taken in isolation. Vitamin D enhances circulation by increasing nitric oxide production, allowing blood vessels to relax and expand so oxygen-rich blood can flow easily. Vitamin B12 improves red blood cell production, ensuring that oxygen is efficiently transported to every tissue, muscle, and organ throughout the body. Vitamin E strengthens and protects the blood vessels while also helping regulate testosterone levels, which are essential for maintaining mood, motivation, confidence, and intimate function. Together, these three nutrients form what Dr. Kara refers to as the vitality triangle: circulation, energy, and hormonal balance working in perfect harmony to support total male health. As men grow older, their bodies naturally face increasing challenges in absorbing nutrients, while inflammation and slower recovery rates gradually chip away at their health. Often, the problem is not the result of one single deficiency, but rather the steady erosion of multiple systems over time. These small, hidden breakdowns in circulation, energy production, and hormone regulation work together to leave many men feeling disconnected, fatigued, and far removed from the vibrant lives they once enjoyed. However, when these three essential vitamins are restored and maintained in proper balance, the results can be remarkable. Men frequently report waking up feeling well rested, enjoying sharper mental clarity, and noticing a renewed sense of physical responsiveness that had been missing for years. Emotional resilience improves, confidence is restored, and many men describe a powerful sense of feeling fully alive again, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and intimately. The common mistake that blocks progress. Unfortunately, many men never fully experience the life-changing benefits of these vitamins because they unknowingly fall into one critical and surprisingly common mistake. Dr. Kara recalls the story of Gerald, a 74-year-old man who walked into his office carrying a plastic grocery bag filled with an assortment of supplements. Gerald had done his research, tried his best, and was committed to improving his health. Yet, despite all his efforts, he still struggled with fatigue, persistent brain fog, and ongoing disappointment in his sexual performance. The problem Gerald faced, like so many other men in his situation, was not due to a lack of motivation or effort. Instead, it stemmed from relying on low-quality, synthetic vitamin products. Many store brand or online supplements use inexpensive formulations that the aging body struggles to absorb and utilize effectively. The form of the nutrient matters greatly when it comes to whether the body can actually benefit from it. For example, many cheaper B12 supplements contain cyanocobalamin, a synthetic version that can be difficult for older men to convert into its active form. As the digestive system weakens with age, this conversion process becomes even more inefficient. In contrast, methylcobalamin, the bioactive form, bypasses this conversion step, allowing the body to absorb and use it immediately and efficiently. A similar issue arises with vitamin D. While vitamin D2 is often less expensive and widely available, it is far less effective than vitamin D3, the same form that the body naturally produces when exposed to sunlight. Without adequate D3, the body's ability to restore proper circulation and hormonal function is limited. Vitamin E presents yet another challenge. Many lower-cost vitamin E supplements contain only isolated forms, missing the full spectrum of tocopherols and tocotrienols that are essential for optimal hormone regulation and vascular health. Without this complete profile, the antioxidant and hormone-supporting effects of vitamin E are significantly diminished. Beyond the issue of supplement quality, inconsistency in taking these vitamins also undermines progress. Taking vitamins sporadically, or only when one remembers, fails to give the body the steady, consistent supply it needs to repair, rebuild, and maintain optimal function. The body thrives on rhythm and daily support, not occasional doses. When Gerald finally made the switch to high-quality, properly formulated supplements and committed to taking them consistently every single day, the transformation was almost immediate. Within weeks, his energy improved, his mental clarity sharpened, and his sexual confidence returned. This remarkable turnaround did not require additional effort or expense. It only required the right information and a steady, consistent approach. Building a simple daily vitality routine. For many men, knowing which vitamins to take is only part of the challenge. They also want to know how to incorporate these nutrients into their daily lives without adding stress or complication. Dr. Kara developed simple routines for his patients, like Frank, a 66-year-old retired carpenter who was struggling with low energy, poor sleep, and fading confidence. The solution was straightforward and highly effective. Each morning, Frank started with a full glass of water to rehydrate his body. He took his methylcobalamin B12 supplement with a protein-rich breakfast to maximize absorption. After breakfast, he went for a short 15-minute walk outdoors, to naturally stimulate vitamin D production. On cloudy days or during winter months, he supplemented with high-quality vitamin D3 alongside breakfast. For vitamin E, Frank included a handful of almonds or sunflower seeds as a mid-morning snack and added extra virgin olive oil to his lunchtime salad. These simple, consistent habits ensured his body received steady support without needing dozens of pills or complicated regimens. Within weeks, Frank experienced significant improvements. His energy returned, his confidence grew, his relationship with his wife reignited, and most importantly, he felt fully present and engaged in his daily life once again. A final message of hope. As men over 60 face the challenges of aging, many question whether it is too late to regain strength, intimacy, and confidence. Dr. Kara's decades of experience confirm that it is not too late. In fact, countless men who take small, consistent steps rediscover a powerful sense of vitality. Those who transform are not exceptions. They are ordinary men who choose to act. By building these nutrients into daily life, men can support their bodies, regain confidence, and fully reconnect with their partners, families, and passions. For those who have taken the first step by learning this information, the next step is simple. Apply it. Build these habits into daily routines. Nourish the body with the right nutrients. Reclaim control of health and future. Every viewer who finds value in this message is encouraged to support the community by liking the video, sharing it with friends, leaving comments, and contributing to the continued creation of health content for men over 60. Every voice matters. Every small action builds a movement of men who refuse to give up on their health, their relationships, and their lives. Take care, stay strong, and always remember, it is never too late to reclaim your vitality.